Hello guys, it's your boy Lemon. Welcome back to another video. Alright, before we start, say thank you to my new subscriber if he or she is watching this. Alright, let's continue. Alright, before we start the what if, Undyne's got replaced Endeavor. You know what? Screw Endeavor, let's say he dies. And Miss Toya is gonna be the third number one, the third hero. And what else? That Char's gonna be replacing Vendetta, and First is gonna be replacing the Invisibility Girl. It seems he's gonna have blue magic. He can see your level of love. Alright, he just woke up to a punch, I feel like. Alright, and what else? He's gonna have caster blasters, so 3 sets of bones. Alright, let's get on to it. Alright, let's say that Deku is born around November 25th, alright? Alright. 4 years old, Deku sees Bakugo bullying two little girls because of their quirks being villainous. And Deku just summons a caster blaster in front of him, and he's like, "Back away from them, Bakugo." And Kacha's like, "Let me have my fun, stupid Deku, or I'll be forced to fire the caster blaster." And I was like, okay, what is the caster blaster? And then he summons like bones surrounding it. Kacha, like, try and break out of this. What, I can't. That's what I thought. And then he just points the caster blaster up and fires it. And they're like, that could have killed him. I know. That's why I didn't do it. Alright, let's go, girls. Let's take you to the nurse. And then they introduce himself. I'm Chara Dreamer, and I'm Frick's Dreamer, and Frick is blushing a bit. Because, let's say Chara is a boy. Chara teases Frick's sake, does someone have a crush? Frick's like, no. Let's skip it to the end of middle school for Deku with Chara and Frick. The teacher says, if Frick comes in with the application, says, I know all of you guys want to be heroes, and why not just not fill in these papers? And then he says 4 students wants to go to UA, and they're like, he says Chara Dreamer, First Dreamer, Katsuki Bakugo, and Nezuko Midoriya. Bakugo's like, the villains want to go to UA? Oh, and they're like, yeah, you got a problem with that? And they're like, yes. And Deku's like, leave them alone or you want to have a bad time. And then his eyes start glowing and look like, yep, no, don't get on his bad side. Ooh, that's actually a better picture. That's how he looks right now. Ooh, with a uniform on. And that's how his eyes glowing right now. And then he summons a Gaster Blasters. 4 Gaster Blasters surrounding Bakugo. I shouldn't move if I were you. And then he summons a blue bone that goes through him that doesn't kill him but electrifies him if he moves. Move and you get electrified. Now you wanna repeat that? I'm fully awake now. Hey first, do you have my ketchup bottle? Yes, here you go. And then he just starts drinking it. And Bakugo calls him a freak for doing that. And Deku's like, does it look like I give a C about it? And everyone's like, okay, he doesn't give a C about it. And I was like, okay. And then Deku and Charan first are going. Let's say the All Might catch the sludge villain before the kids got there. And let's say that Deku doesn't really fanboy over the heroes. He knows that there's some fakes out there because he can read their level of love even through a TV. And the level of love is high AF. Alright. So, instead of give Deku one for all, let me know down in the comments. Let's say, you could say that Mirio died. Well, that All Might was teaching him. Like, okay. If you want to happen like that, yeah. Alright, and alright. Let's continue with the story. And for the 10 months of training, Deku he has to try and summon his limits of Gaster Blaster. And I think it's like, let's say it's like 45. And then he tries to summon one more, and then one more, and one more, until he can get it to 85. And he does it good, and he did it like in 1 month. And then he tries and comes up with the karma the rest of the 9 months. And then Deku is like, alright, time for this. And I say that Deku is really smarter than Momo. Alright? When that's happening, yeah. Deku just aces that, even correcting Nezu. And then for the physical, let's just say that Ida sees him drinking a bottle of ketchup while President Mike is explaining. So he sends up saying that if there's one more robot and if you don't explain, that's really yada yada, I don't care. And you, why are you drinking a bottle of ketchup? Here's the only thing I like. I hate mustard. I hate food, in fact. The only thing I really ate is my mom's food. And I really don't care what you say. So if you leave me alone, I'm good. Keep bothering me, I'll blast you to smithereens with a Gaster Blaster. And I was like, what? And then Deku just summons the Gaster Blaster right in front of Ida. What did I say? Okay. That's what I thought. And then the Gaster Blaster just turns into dust. I was like, don't get on his bad side. And then Frisk and Chara just laughing in the background, saying, Sans, come on, why you have to do that? And let's just say they call each other, Chara and call him thing as a nickname. And Deku's and Midoriya's like, oh come on, let me have some fun. I haven't been having fun since I have to train to summon 85 Gaza Blasters and nothing. That's what I thought. Oh come on, you almost told us. I know. But not yet. Right. And Deku, alright, he summons a Gas Blaster, and when Mike says go, he's already killing, like, let's say he can do shortcuts, and he's already, like, at 100 points by just summoning 3 Gas Blasters, and then he just summons all 85 Gas Blasters, and then Naruto's like, you ain't beat your score, Mike. And how is it possible to be 1,001? He already has 3,000 on Mike. And he's like, there's no more robots there. And then he's like, what should we do? Release the zero pointer. And Nazu released the zero pointer with more robots. Deku just summons a huge Gas Blaster because Frisk is stuck under the rubble. And just shoots it. And it disintegrates all the robots behind it too. And Frisk is like, thank you, Sandy. And Deku just says, okay, Frisky. And it's like, do they know each other? Alright, and they're like, 1, 3, 2, 1. And Prison Mike says, it's over. Well, like, how did they get it right at point? Alright. Yeah, then he just shortcuts home. And then Chara and Frisk just walk home. Deku is not that lazy, let's say that. And then England's like, what the heck? We didn't even get any points. And Deku just goes to the teacher and says, take away 1,000 and split it up between each student. Alright? Take 1,500 away and split it up between the other students. And whatever is remaining, give it back to me. Bye. And he just goes home. And teachers are like dumbfounded. And so they do that so they can see, and they see what everyone scored to see how much they would get. And that's it. We are redoing the test for everyone else besides Deku, Izuku Midoriya. And everyone's like, who is Izuku Midoriya? And Charinford says, that's Sans. And Bakugo says, that's stupid Deku. And I was like, why you call him different names? He just called him that to bully him, and we just called them to mess around with him. And plus, Char says my little sister has a crush on him. And Infus like, shut up, Kara. And all the girls are like, oh, come on. She knows him already, so no fair. And just say that every girl started crushing on him from that day on. Alright, so like the 2 weeks pass and Deku gets his letter. And he says, oh, cool, it's Alma. And then Deku just says, Alma's like, congratulations, young Midoriya. You got 2-1. You got 2,500 points, even beating my record. And Deku's like, knew it. And then Deku's like, and and uh, and almost like, welcome to your My Hero Academia. And then Deku's like, cool. And he gets a uniform. And Deku's like, cool, I have to wear a uniform. Great. And Deku, yes. And Deku's like, great. That's not cool. So Deku just sleeps it all day. And then he goes to UA. How long have I been doing this? Alright, I'll finish at the quick assessment test. Alright, then Deku's like, found it. Frisk is already in there. Like, hey Frisk, hi Frisky. I saw thee. I was like, oh, come on. I was like, come on. And I was like, what? Nothing. And Chara sees this and like, Chara and goes to them. Leave my sister and Sans alone, please. Just let her have this. Maybe other girl just been using her for her money. Okay? I was like, so who is the daughter of her? The mother. Miss Tor. Our mom is Miss Tor, yeah? The healing hero. That can shoot fireballs for some reason. By the way, she's a goat. So yeah. I was like, oh. And we can use fireballs too. But I can summon a crimson knife and Deku, and Frisk and me. A person can control what's called the player. And that used to be when we used to live back in the underground. You're like, oh. So you guys are from the underground, yeah. There's someone called the player that can control Frisk. So they killed everyone in the underground. And they became love of 12. They're like, love? What does that mean? Level of violence. And Deku's like, leave them alone, Chara. Stop explaining about our past. Oh, and back in the underground, and Sans used to be the royal judge. Like, crap, he's formal. But he's lazy to be a judge. I know. That's why he does it. And Mr. is like, alright, Chara, let's go. The teacher will be up in 1, 2, 3. It took you less 8 minutes to be quiet down. Like, how do you know I'll be waking up in 3 seconds? I can see when someone's soul is moving. What do you mean? Bakugo soul, hatred, black soul. Level of violence 2. He has murdered 2 dogs by force for some reason. Idatania, soul blue. Super smart, has a stick up his butt. Like, okay. Frisk, soul red, determination. For his past levels, level 12, level 5, level 6. Past levels, yeah. Can't say anything about that. Mr. Sawa. Soul of yellow. killed accidentally because he had to do it or other people would die. I'm okay with that. Then, oh look, Kirishima, you saw someone, you have a crush on someone, and I'm not saying who. And Kirishima was like, don't you dare, I have more power here than you do. I was like, don't you dare, I know everyone's crushes. Should I say them or not? Nah, I'm gonna just tell him to the teacher so when he wants to have drama, he has drama. And like, because I was like, I like this kid already. He says that out loud. And everyone was like, oh, come on, you already picked favorites. And first are just laughing in the background, saying, stop looking at the love. And I was like, what does love mean? Level of violence. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, as I was gonna say. We're gonna do a quirk assessment test. And we're not going to a stupid examiner because they don't have the same rules as normal schools. And then he's gonna say, villains don't wait for super ceremonies. And then as I was like, how do you know I was gonna say that? Yeah, I used to be the royal judge for the underground. So yeah. I was like, crap. Alright, I'll be in the boys' changing room. Bye. And just starts changing. And then teleports back. Alright, I'm gonna go to the field. And I was like, holy crap, he can teleport? And if it's in Char says that's not the only thing. He can summon 85 boneheads that he called Gaster Blasters. An orange bone, a blue bone, and a normal bone. We are not allowed to tell you what the blue and orange bone do. Like, what it does. And Deku's like, and yes, drinking a bottle of ketchup when Azawa gets in. Like, why are you drinking ketchup? And Deku's like, it's the only sustenance I really need because the only thing I really like is my brother's, my mother's food, and she died. Let's say that she died like 2 days ago by a villain that the heroes are still haven't caught yet. So yeah, Deku just and Aizawa throws him whenever he gets there. Aizawa throws him a ball. Throw it as far as you can, or get it as far as you can. Can I get it to space with the count as infinity? And Deku and Aizawa's like yes. And Deku just summons a Gaster Blaster. Gaster Blaster, go all the way to space with this. Past Pluto, please. And the Gaster Blaster is like, nods and grabs the ball from Aizawa. And then it starts flying all the way to Pluto. And they're like, how can he go past Pluto? And Deku's like, since he doesn't need to breathe air. He's a skull. It's like, yeah. And then it was like, I was like infinity. And the Gaster Blaster. The Gaster Blaster is in Galaxy 3. And I was like, what? He went past Pluto all the way to the 3rd galaxy. And he's like, yes. Alright, for the grip test, he comes in, let's say, 5th. For the strength test, he comes like a 4th. And for the side lunges, he comes in 3rd. And for the 50-meter race, he comes in 1st by just teleporting. Faster than Ido's with simple burst. And I was like, oh come on, he gets 1st place. And they said everything that happened in the anime, and that whoever gets last place gets kicked out. And the person that got last place, let's say, Lazy Bean Boy. I really don't like his first acting. I was like, oh. Okay. And Deku's like, I really didn't even try, to be honest. And Chara first gets second place, and Chara gets third. Because I really don't like anyone. And then Aryama, I think that's his name, gets kicked out. And Aryama's like, this is so unfair. Yeah, for a boy that paid in. You know, and Aryama's like, how do you know about that? Yeah, no, I'm not like explain anymore because everyone's gonna start yelling at me because I know every little secret he has. Including yours, Frisky. And Brother's like, no, you don't. He says, like, yes, I do. Alright, and the school day finish. Alright, guys, it'll be the end. If this gets like around 2 likes, I'll make the second part. Bye.